The following test for the Waste X-Box was conducted at NC State University on April 8, 2008. The water being dipped out represents the septic line. The float will go down as the water is removed and lets more water in. The float automatically goes down to let more water in, thus filling back up to the line. Water rises and flows out of the valve body. As more water is added back into the Waste X-Box, the float goes up. Eventually, it will overflow and will hold that level as the box is cut off. As you can see, the Waste X-Box still holds the pressure. In order to understand how the Waste X-Box works, we will disassemble it. Next, remove the float from the valve body. The float arm, and weight are the main components. Next, remove valve body and turn counterclockwise. This is a two-stage valve body. That's the inner high pressure valve, and that's the outer. The inner valve body can handle as much as 150 psi. This is the lower line fill. It's full, but pushing the ball down shows that it's closed. Push the ball down again and the water is released. This is the lower line, higher line, and this is the serial distribution system. At the higher line, water is still filling the Waste X-Box. It will cut off once full. As you can see, the lower line is still shut off as water is being fed to the higher line. At the higher line, the water is still filling up. The Waste X-Box can handle 300 feet of head pressure. If you run the Waste X-Boxes in a series every 300 feet, they can be run indefinitely to handle any amount of head pressure. Now the sewer line is starting to fill up on the higher line. Back at the lower line, everything is still the same and holding steady. Meanwhile, the higher line is still filling up. At the septic tank, there is 10 feet of head pressure. Now the higher line is close to filling up. The higher line is shutting off. Both lines are completely full and are completely off, which allows it to back up to the next line and the line after that.